Question number 5, Chris Hipkins.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Education. Is she satisfied that after 9 years of a national government that all children and young people are receiving all the support that they need to succeed in education?
Mr Speaker.
The Honourable Tim Macindoe.
Mr Speaker, on behalf of the Minister of Education, I am satisfied that this national-led government has made a significant investment in the education of our children and young people. This financial year, our investment in education amounts to over $11 billion, the highest ever investment in public education. However, we recognise that there is always room for improvement, and we continuously explore options to achieve that.
Supplementary question.
Supplementary question, Chris Hipkins.
Why does he believe that schools are getting all the support that they need to offer the best education for every New Zealand child when so-called voluntary donations from parents have increased by 50% since National came into office?
The Honourable Tim Macindoe.
Mr Speaker, on behalf of the Minister of Education, the government funds state integrated schools to provide a good public education, and since 2008, when that member's party left office, vote education has increased by around 41% to a record $11.6 million. So, when it comes to donations, parents have always been able to contribute to their schools, but no parent should feel compelled to pay a donation. They're voluntary.
Supplementary question, Mr Speaker.
Supplementary question, Chris Hipkins.
Why does he believe that early childhood education providers are getting all the support they need to offer the best education to every New Zealand child, when 70% of early childhood education providers have increased fees to parents by an average of 29% over the last 5 years?
Mr Speaker,
Honourable Tim Macindoe.
on behalf of the Minister of Education, that member has made similar claims in the past, and I'm happy to assure the House that ECE funding has increased every year for the last 10 years. There has been no cut in funding, as he is implying. Funding has more than doubled in the period since the 2007 and 8 financial year. Per child ECE funding in New Zealand is among the top third in the OECD. We're very proud of that, and we, as a result, have the highest level of participation in early childhood education in this country's history.
Your question, Mr Speaker.
Order. Supplementary question, Chris Hipkins.
Does he accept that the increase in early childhood education costs parents face is down to the fact that per-child funding for early childhood education has been cut in real terms every single year the National Government has been in office?
Mr Speaker.
The Honourable Tim
On behalf
Macindoe.
of the Minister of Education, I entirely refute the member's assertion, and I'd point out to him that early childhood education providers in this year's budget are receiving an additional $350 million of operational funding over the next 4 years, and that will provide a further 31,000 early learning places over the next 4 years. So the number of children coming into early childhood education is increasing, the number of providers is increasing. This is a need that is seeing more children than ever before being prepared to enter their primary education years, and it's a great success story for the education system.
Good question, Mr Speaker.
Supplementary question, Chris Hipkins.
If all that's true, why do the government's budget documents show that affordability for early childhood and education in New Zealand has declined by 6.6%, as revealed in this year's budget documents?
The Honourable Tim Macindoe.
On behalf of the Minister of Education, all that was true.
Question number 6, Barbara Kerrigan.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question's to the Minister for the Environment.